Hello, hello. Welcome to Mystic Monday. Today is Monday, October 26th, 2020, and it's about 2:46 p.m. And I know it's not the time I said I was going to be here, and I apologize for that, but something came up that is very important that will be taking place at the time that I said I was going to be here, and it was something unforeseen, so forgive me. But today I wanted to tell you a little bit about a very short story about a prayer that's in the Old Testament, and it's called the Prayer of Jabez. This is a book that I learned it from, The Prayer of Jabez by Bruce Wilkinson. See the picture of the hand? That's Jabez praying, and he's praying up to God. And as you see, this book is very small. I got this book many years ago, probably, oh my goodness, maybe the year 2000, and then it was about $6. So I'm sure you could find it on Amazon or some other book place. Very cheap. Go to your local bookstores if you have them where you are. Buy local. I'm always about buying local, you know. So this is a Prayer of Jabez. And this book changed my life. One of the many books that changed my life in very good ways. And I'll tell you a little bit about it. So the Prayer of Jabez, I'll tell you a story about Jabez. Jabez is the name of a man who lived really long time ago. You can find the Prayer of Jabez in the book of Chronicles in the Bible. And just to give you an idea, I thumbed it off where Chronicles is. See, it's in the beginning of here's my women's devotional Bible. It's a New International Version. So, oh, and there's one of my business cards in there. See? Jennifer Blythe Art. That's one of my DBAs. So, I tabbed it off. There is the very beginning of the Bible in this little bit here, Old Testament. Jabez is mentioned here, where I have highlighted. That's it. Very quick. So you can find it in your New International Version Bibles of Women's Devotional. You can find it in any Bible, King James Version of the Bible. I have it here, Holy Bible. This was my grandma's Bible, and she was gifting it to me, and I found it shortly after she crossed into spirit. So I'm thanking her for that. Thank you, Grandma. And again, I tabbed it off. These are my gift certificates in here. Gift certificates. And again, as you see, First Chronicles, right at the beginning of the Bible, in that little bit that I highlighted. It's just a little teeny bit. And I'll tell you why it's not mentioned very much. In First Chronicles, it goes into, who begot who was whose dad, who was whose brothers. And, of course, they don't mention the women because that's how it was back then. But it sums it all up in this book, The Prayer of Jabez. And I will tell you the story of Jabez. Jabez was a man who was very devoted in his following of God. And, the God of Israel, you go back to Father Abraham had many sons had Father Abraham, and I have one of them, it's over you. So let's just praise the Lord, right arm left. Okay, everybody knows that. If you've been to missionettes or something like that, my best friend was a missionette growing up. So I learned that song from her. Anywho, Jabez was a man that lived a really long time ago, thousands of years ago. And the story of Jabez, very simple. Everybody was in a bad way with God back then. Some people were, worshiping the idols and all the things they talk about in the Old Testament and all that stuff. Go read about Moses. I'm sure everybody knows a little bit of something, even if you're not somebody who grew up in Sunday school or something. Jewish people know about him. Muslim people know about him. People who are not even church-going people know about him. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you. Jabez was a guy who lived a really long time ago. When he was born, his mother was in sorrow. His mom didn't want to have this baby. back then she probably had 10 other kids or something. She didn't want to have this baby. And when she gave birth to him, she gave him the most horrible name she could think of, which was Jabez. Jabez isn't a name. Jabez is a phrase, and it means not wanted, or it means bad mood, or bad news, or pain in my butt. It could mean anything, but it doesn't mean, it's not a name. And she gave him that name because she didn't want him, and she was in sorrow. It explains more of this in the book. She was in sorrow. So she gave him this name, Jabez. And people came from everywhere to hear about Jabez. They wanted to meet this man that had the most ridiculous name anybody's ever heard because they didn't believe it was real. So when they met him, they were making fun of him. Ha ha, your name means not wanted. Ha ha. So Jabez turned that frown upside down. Jabez created a prayer because he was so, it's not that he created a prayer, he just spoke from the heart. He was so caught up in his love for God and that he wanted to do godly things and make God proud of him and wanted to teach other people about God, that he spoke to God one sentence. And this is what he said, because he had this name that was, it was the name that everybody knew. So while people were coming to see him, he looked up into heaven and he said, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil. Oh, that you would bless me indeed, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil." What that means is that since my mother gave me this redonkulous name, I'm going to use it to my good. And whenever people come see me, I'm going to enlighten them, and I'm going to tell them about God, and I'm going to tell them why I love God, and I'm going to tell them why I'm on this path. Boom. And all of a sudden, thousands of years later, I guess we can't say all of a sudden, but thousands of years later, in the Bible, First Chronicles, you get the Prayer of Jabez. In this little book, you get people talking about it, and I believe it's my job to tell people about that. So, in this teeny tiny little book, here it is here. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil. Enlarge my territory. So, translation for me in my life, enlarge my territory. It's a big responsibility, but I have a beautiful name, but it's an odd name, and it's not about that. My name is Jennifer Blythe. That's what my family calls me, Jennifer Blythe, or JB. Blythe is my middle name, not my maiden name, as some people think. Blythe is my middle name. My family calls me Jennifer Blythe or JB. So we'll go with that aspect. Oh, that you would widen my territories. Keep your hand on me, keep me safe, enlarge my territories. Please bring to me people who will be asking questions about many things that have to do with Jennifer. Could be my name, could be the fact that I believe in mysticism. It could be the fact that I have illnesses that I can relate with a lot of people. I have MS. I have a lot of nerve pain. I have things that I could talk to people about. It could be anything. I have a blue pen that smells like blueberries. Let's talk about this. Widen my territories. Enlarge my territories. Bring people to me that will talk to me, and I will explain to them why I'm a mystic, why I believe that God isn't as limited as people like to say if you go to church. I personally left going to the church way behind me because of practices that I don't believe that should be in a church, but that's just me. But I didn't lose my faith. I lost my religion, but I didn't lose my faith. And I found many other people who have beautiful practices that revere God, they revere the saints, they revere Christ, they revere Mary. They have beliefs very similar to me, and it's a great thing. So when I got this book back in 2000 or whatever year it was, I was lending it to so many people and it kept getting returned to me. But there were so many people that wanted to know the story of this book that I started having to write. This is a new one, but I started having to write their names on the inside of the book. And the names ended up covering all the pages on the inside of the book because I asked everybody after I noticed about 20 people wanted to borrow it. I said, if anybody's going to borrow this book from now on, I don't care if you keep it, but please put your name in it. So if you do give it back to me, I know all the people that have been gifted by this message. It's a great message. Oh, that you would bless me indeed, widen my territory, and that you would keep me from evil. If you have something going on in your life that is keeping you down, it's okay, because we all have stuff that's keeping us down, and we all have circumstances that not everybody understands, and some of them might be crappy, but God understands you. Deity understands you. Follow your heart, follow your faith. If you don't have a religion, just be a good person. If you don't have a church, just be a good person. It's a great story, and it's a true story. Jabez is cool. He was a cool guy. He went through hell on earth. Read the book. It'll tell you a little bit about it. Look it up in your Bibles. It is First Chronicles, I think 4. First Chronicles 4, I believe. But you'll find it in there, and it's right at the top, Jabez. You'll see it at the top of the chapter. So that's Mystic Monday for today. So I hope that this helped you. And if you want to borrow this book from me, if you don't live near me and you pay shipping, I will send you one. Sign your name in it, because I'm going to start a new one. Sign your name in it and then mail it back to me, because I want to see how far around the world it goes. And if you're getting this message on Facebook, write down where you are in the comments below, because I want to see how far this message goes, because it's not a joke. It's a big responsibility. When you say, widen my territories, it happens. People start seeking you out, and strangely, if you're sick, you become healthy. If you don't have enough money, then you have enough money. It makes it so that God is making you capable so you can transfer this message to other people. Share the message to other people. Find a way to share it with other people. I started doing this way long before the internet existed, and here I am sitting online. I'm talking on Facebook, and I'm also talking on YouTube. If you see this on YouTube, please like my page. Please share this with everybody. Get this book and gift it to people. It doesn't take very long to read. All you need is that one sentence. Oh, that you would bless me indeed, widen my territory, and that you would keep me from evil. Keep me safe while I'm telling people about you, God. That's it. Very good book. Good little prayer. Changed my life. I hope it changes yours too. So please share this message wherever you are in the world. Share this message. Let me know that you shared it. Leave the comments where you are. I'll talk to you later. You have a great day. And oh, by the way, on Wednesday, coming up Wednesday, we're going to be talking to another small business, another local business, and her name is Stacy. She's with the yoga room, and she's going to be telling us all about her cool little crafts that she's selling. And she's local, so you can buy things from her local. She has a little Etsy shop. I'm sure if you pre-order your things, like you probably should be doing with Beyond Earth Healing and with Goddess Delete, then they will see what you want and your little wish list, and they might have them available for you, their little event. So on November 13th, Friday the 13th. Woo. So here's the back of the book. I paid $6. Actually, no, it was gifted to me, but by my friend Paula. It was $6 when she bought it for me. And that's the book that has been going around and around and around to this day. It's still being lent out 20 years later. There's writing all in the book. because I believe in the story. If you have something that's keeping you down, if you have an ailment, especially if you have some kind of ailment that nobody else has that you know of, talk about it. Talk about how you're making it happen. You're getting on with your life. You're giving the message to other people that good things happen, to people whose mothers give them ridiculous names because they're mean women. Because who doesn't want a cool name? Nobody wants to be named something like Jabez. So have a good day. Have a very nice Monday, Mystic Monday. I'll be back next week. And what should we talk about next week? I don't know. You know what we'll talk about? Because I have the book sitting right here. I guess I'm on a book kick. I love books. See, this book is called Is God a Mathematician? It's got a bookmark in it. I've been reading it for years because it's very confusing. And this book has led me to go to a bunch of other books. And it has to do with mathematics and God. Go figure. But I'll tell you all about it. So, peace. Have a good day. Peace. Peace. Thumbs up. Have a good day. Prayer of Jabez. Widen my territories, that you would be with me and keep me safe from evil. I say it all the time. I still do it. And here I am talking to you lovely people. Bye. Have a good day. Bye-bye.